Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Creative Cobra, and today I'm gonna be starting my new playlist Tinkercad 101. In this playlist I'm gonna be teaching you guys how to create simple stuff, like starting from the basics to cool stuff like these stuff. So why don't we start? For lesson 1 I'm gonna be starting by creating a simple rocket, which is super easy. So why don't we first revise all the stuff which you can get in Tinkercad. Like there's the duplicate, the paste, the copy, the undo. You can move with this box here and use different perspectives like this. But to start it off, we'll be starting with simple shapes to create it. You can create it from after this lesson you'll be able to create so many cool rockets from different companies, even your favorite. So why don't we start? We start off by going over to the basic shapes area and taking on a cylinder. We will be changing its measurements to at 50 centimeters, so it's this high. After that we would be scrolling down and taking a paraboloid and check if it's the same measurements. Then we take this black triangle at the top and push it up so that it reaches at the top. And don't forget to measure it properly so it's proper. Check around from all sides. And then what you do next is you change this measurement to 20. And do the same thing for it. You make it go up. Then the next step is super easy, but concentrate. You press on the paraboloid, then you duplicate it right over here, the square, or Control D. You push it down to the bottom of the base. After that you press on this curve right here, and change it 180 degrees. Or you could just press it here and write -180 or 180. After that, you press on it, the triangle, and line it up like that. After that, we're going to press on the left click and do like this so all of them come in view. And then we change all of their color to white and we group it. So we get a shape like this. After that we are going to take the arrow key again and push it upwards and take another cylinder, or you could take a polygon. I'm going to choose a polygon this time. You're gonna match it up, or wait, the polygon doesn't look nice, does it? You're gonna take this, and to move around the base normally you can just press the shift button and use your right click on the mouse to move around. So we press on it, we press on this top one, left click and hold it up. We make it a bit at least 10 or so, or maybe a bit bigger. Till you match it up. Check from both sides so it's equal. As you can see, it's not that equal from one side. So we measure it up. Oh, and guys, if you want more Tinkercad 101 lessons, why don't you hit that subscribe button and the like one. and don't forget to share, because we're so close to 50 subscribers. So next we're going to do is change its color to white, and we're going to add a small design to it. So this part is like a bit hard. So what we are going to do now is we take one of this like box which looks like a hole, and we change it to like at least 2 centimeters difference. And when we zoom in close to this cylinder, we can see it's just made out of simple boxes, isn't it? So what we're going to do is add like a simple black and white design in rockets which are there. So we extend it so it goes around the entire one. We then duplicate it, and we see this one here, and change its direction. We keep on duplicating it. If like you do it like this, it will automatically happen, which is a really nice advantage according to me. So to be get like this. So after that, you group all of it together. You can press Ctrl A and then a Ctrl G, or press this, and you get something like this. Isn't that cool? The next step is simple, so don't worry, the hard part now is gone. So we are gonna like duplicate now. Okay, so we take a cylinder now, make it smaller, check its measurements. Wait, what? Oh, so there we have it. There's a problem, so that's why you should always check. So when we press on this, and we see that there's no space here, so that is a big problem. So we can delete some to give it some space. So if you want to make it a bit easier, and instead of doing all of this hard work, you could like do it manually, the editing, and you get like this. Now we group it again. So left click and zoom it so in all of this is come. Press on Ctrl G or this shape here. Wait a while and you get this from all sides. So next what we do is we take a cylinder and so now guys we just do it so that all of it is in it like this, and change its color to black. Like it's a cool design, you know, like this. Now after that we can group it again, but now you will see it turned white. So what do we do next is we press on this color icon which shows change color make solid. So we press S or just click on it, and there's an option called multicolor and transparent. Transparent makes it looks like glass, but we don't want that. So we're going to press on the multicolor option, which makes it like this. Isn't that cool? So now it's grouped but is also multicolored. Now what we do next is it's gotten a lot easier, okay? So we've already completed it halfway through. Now what we're going to be making is the engine, so the booster. So now we take a cone which is right below the spear, and scroll down and you'll find a tube. So we need a tube, just align it with it and make it 1 centimeter. Now you just need to align it with it like that, and then now we're going to duplicate this. Okay, this is hard, but then it gets easier. We press on the duplicate option on this triangle, we move it up by 2 centimeters and make it smaller. And now the rest we leave it to duplicate. So let's press duplicate again, 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 again. And so it happens. So now after this we again, well, now is a way you could like easily duplicate it. There are two, so you don't miss any shapes. You press on the control option and select all of, so we press on the bottom one, press shift, and then you can continue selecting. But it takes a lot of time, but it assures you that you haven't missed any shape. We change it to gray color, or like the darkest one, and group it all. Well, not all. See, that sometimes happens. So we're gonna just shift the rocket a bit other side so that we can group all of this. And we have a cool booster. Don't you agree? Now what we do next is that we we're gonna extend the rocket a bit upwards. And we're gonna align it so we can check from the bottom if it's aligned. As you can see, it is not. So now we can, and you can even check from the top. So let's align it. From the bottom it's easier because that way you can see it properly. And when you think it's aligned, you press on the main rocket, you press on this triangle, and you decrease it. That way we got this triangle. Okay, now to make it look a bit cooler, what we can do is just we take another cone, so now we press on this arrow so it shows this, and we press on the option which says hole. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna decrease it all by 1 centimeter from each side. Okay, now after we've done that, you can look down using the right click on your mouse and align where we want it. Now that that's happened, let's do that. Now we'll see it happen. Okay, so we press Control G, or we could press this button, which is the group button, and wait for it. After a few seconds you get a hole just like in the rocket. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be duplicating these rockets to make the side ones and then connect them. So to do that, we press on the main rocket, we press on the duplicate button, we left click the rocket and move it a bit side, minimize it, till it's nice, and you then just do it here. Then we press on the smaller booster, press duplicate, and change it to this side. Now guys, we have a rocket, but now it doesn't look good plain. So why don't we just group it all together, okay, and try and create a stand for it. So the first step for creating a stand would be the base. And in this entire rocket, we haven't used one of the most basic shapes, which is the cube. So why don't we take it, or the box? We align it on one of these 4 squares, like this. Okay. And then after we've aligned it on the 4 squares, we can extend it to 40, or maybe even 70, which is better. And we change its height, which is this button here, to 15. Oh, 50. 15. Or maybe 10 or 5. Yeah, 5 sounds better. So guys, if you're not able to do this, don't worry. Try watching the video again in a slower speed so you understand it. Now, as I said again, we change the color. So you could press S like it's written, or just left click this button and change it to whichever color you want. Right now, I'm just gonna go with the basic color of light gray for the stand. And we put the rocket below it. And the rocket goes. So yeah. So now it's up. So guys, what we do next is pretty easy. We just take another box, align it right here, extend it to whichever size you want, change its color to gray. You could add some extra designs with the whole box so that it looks like a real launch pad, but right now I'm just keeping it easy. But for like the stand which gives the containers oil, I'm gonna add a bit of a design. So I'm just gonna create it, and then gonna take small boxes. So I'm using the box to measure it, which would be a pretty good idea if you're starting at a basic level for Tinkercad, and you just move it one up. You duplicate this, you then just put it here and increase the size, then just continue duplicating it. Oh, we don't need this last one. Well, we'll just minimize the size. And we can do the same for the top. So why don't we? So to do that, we just duplicate one of this. We minimize its size. We increase it this way so that we can see it properly. We just give it a 1 centimeter gap along and push it downward so that you can see it goes through this side. Now we duplicate it to this side right here, and we continue duplicating that. As I said last time, you just decrease it a bit by 1 centimeter. Now when we group this, it'll be so cool. Just wait. We press on the Control G icon and we get this. Isn't that cool? Now to make it look like there's gas or else the oil going through it, we take a cylinder, minimize it to 1010. We press on this, and when we press on the box like this, we can change it to 90 degrees. Then we make it symmetrical with the box and make it so that it completely glows. Change its color to whichever color you like. I'm gonna change it to orange. That looks good. Red and orange. So why don't we group it? Multicolor. And now time to put it. So we just decrease the size a bit. You attach it here. So and now we can duplicate one for the pilot seat. So we just extend it here a bit more in, and voila, here it is, your rocket with the launch. If you want to make it a bit cooler, you could add like more detail to it. Okay, so that's enough for today. Bye guys, and don't forget to subscribe, like and share.